We are back, boy. Another installment. Yes, it's here. We are back. Final Fantasy Online is addictive. Hit me up, boys, if you want to join the crew. Join the gang. I'm going to try and get the crew as big as we can today. That's what I'm going to be working on right now. But first, as I do that, we're going to watch this at the same time.
Oh, I guess they watched one of my videos.
So apparently, the Assassin's Creed community, apparently the Assassin's Creed is their community. No, I don't want anything to do with this. The Assassin's Creed community is so toxic. They hate their game
than they did with Shadows. Nah, it's not even true. People did this way more with Concord. They did it way more with other games. To act like Assassin's Creed Shadows is like some kind of like unique thing, it's absolutely not. Like, people have been popping off about games like this for a long time. They say we gay, yeah. Cyberpunk, I mean, it's just not even true. Like, you've been a gamer your whole life, bro. Like, I guess he was born last year. Their ugly character surfaced more like he was allowed to surface because the general hate cloud above this game, hating their ugly character surfaced. Oh, like a person's character. He's talking collectively about those people. Okay, hating on the game was the socially acceptable thing to do, and oh boy, did they take advantage of that. Well, why do you care about what's socially acceptable? Just do what you believe in. I mean, like, who cares what people think is acceptable? And I'm talking about the blatant racism, bias, and openly admitting to tens of thousands of people. Wanting tens of thousands of people to lose their job. Well, yeah, I mean, if somebody does a bad job, then wouldn't you want them to not do that job? I mean, I feel like that's kind of fair, right? I mean, am I crazy? Yeah. I feel like this isn't evil. It's just reality. It's cause and effect. Yeah, sorry, guys.
Merit-based.
But yeah,
country
you do a
now.
job, it's not very good, and you get fired. That's life, and you can't handle that. Well, wait a few years until robots take everybody's job. We'll have universal basic income, and you can sit home and write posts like this every day, which probably this person's already doing. I literally see comments with thousands of likes that are along the line of Assassin's Creed steal your wallet, or Yasuke is going to be a loot hoarder, or of course he is destroying other people's property just like an IRL. Right, because it's a black guy and they're trying to be racist. Wow, that's really bad.
Funny as shit.
So this person has identified that racial stereotypes are bad. Thank you very much. Yes, that's correct. Wow. This is probably the bravest post I've ever seen that's been put on.
Dude, I'm fucking black, and that's hilarious. People take racism too seriously. Like, come on. There's no there's not actually any real racism anymore.
Reddit
like, there's some remnants of it.
That's true. Anyway, yeah, we didn't know that. Thank you. I exactly.
But like, there is and there isn't, like, at the same time. But like, the majority of people, like the mass majority, are not racist. But then there are the few, the few and proud. But don't let it bother you. Fuck them. If you let that bother you, you got a long way to go.
A certain slimy goober who has way too much influence, considering he's one of the filthiest people alive, sucks at video games in general, and has had borderline Nazi views. Again, Nazi is when you are not seeing their point of view. And so that's what a Nazi view means. And so anyway, I wonder who he's talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not sure. Jeez. Who could it possibly be? Man.
That's all they have to say.
Wonder, did Elon Musk write this? Definitely not. And game gas medication minigame and settlement building minigame. Why is this even in the game? This person watched my video. He watched my video.
Yo.
Look what he says. You guys can't read it. I'll move it up a little bit. Game gas has, he means has, medication minigame and settlement building minigame. Why is this even in the game? Game has animal painting activity. Bro, why is this even in the game? I can't kill the bird? Like, Jesus Christ, it's literally
That's everything I said
to make the game look worse. So you didn't answer the question. Why is it in the game? You complained about me talking about it, but you didn't say why it's a good idea. He watched it. So let's see what's happening with that video. Let's go back over here. Asmon Gold, Assassin's Creed Shadows. This video came out 2 hours ago. He's got me on notifications, gentlemen. This post was made 1 hour ago.
Jesus.
This message was made 10 minutes ago.
This guy's a fan.
Oh my God. They walk among us. He's a big fan. He is. So I put this video out 2 hours ago, and people are unhappy. I guess somebody's unhappy about the video. Well, let's see what everybody else thinks about it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. Wow, looks like everybody loves the video. What a surprise. And so, anyway, we'll go over...
What a surprise.
Assassin's Creed. It must be this one here.
What a surprise, literally.
This is the top post. Oh, it's 12 hours ago. Wait. So he watched me live. How is it that... Man,
What?
This is crazy. He was here. He was here for the live edition, man. And he didn't even wait for me to go to YouTube. He's among us. I know. It's a hate watcher. Look at this. Let's see here. Locking this post for now. I've leaned towards ignoring the gaming community at large because of the toxicity, and I did this years ago. I left all the generic Facebook groups. It's so much more of a pleasant place. It's honestly how crazy almost everybody has the hate boner for Ubisoft these days. I don't.
Well,
like
you're on Reddit.
Either, but I'll
Fuck
try
you.
to get out myself and form an opinion. And
Oh, I got off of all these websites, but I'm on Reddit.
Hating without rhyme or reason.
You're so toxic.
Well, I gave a number of reasons in a video. You just didn't like them. That's it. And I'm amazed how Rabbit the Prince of Persia sub has gotten. I don't know about that. I didn't read that. So some of the dumbest takes I've seen over Shadows make me feel like a genius. How's a 6-foot black man going to be stealthy in feudal Japan? The game is set in Japan. There's no Asian protagonist. There is one, just if you move your sexist views aside. Okay, so there isn't one. Better play Ghost of Yotai than what the fuck PC and Xbox gamers going to play? What the fuck are PC and Xbox gamers going to play?
Nothing else. We're fucked. We're fucked, boys. We have nothing else.
What? Now you're too good for Elden Ring? You can't. Yeah, go play Ghost of Tsushima again. That's on PC. What are you talking about? I can confirm that according to a source familiar with the person, that is in fact Jason Schreier's alt account. He watched this live. Did he really? Yeah, he wasn't a fan of it. I'm not surprised.
Wow, what a dick.
I'll look at the other posts that they're making. And,
Shadow watching.
Okay, I'm starting to get direct messages telling me to mauled and that I'm terminally online. This is proving my point. Wow, so somebody is disagreeing with you? So let me get this straight. The gaming community is toxic because they said you're malding?
Yo.
What?
It's true,
what
dude.
Is this is crazy. Who is this guy? I disagree with him now. Yes, it's amazing. He's going and hating. I know. He posted a skull. He's under 20. Well, he has this here. Oh, this is not a surprise to anybody, but he has an 18+ profile. I'm sure there's no way that he posts on furry subs, right? There's no way that happened. And I certainly hope not. Anyway, so yeah, this is the people are disagreeing with me. I can't believe it. Yeah, let's see here if I can find the rest of these. Are any of these people even talking about me? No, no, it's just other random people. But so this guy watched my stream live, and he got so upset about what I said about Assassin's Creed that he went to the Assassin's Creed subreddit to write a article, a negative post about me.
A fucking article. Jesus.
That's amazing. But guys, keep in mind, The important thing is that he's not terminally online. Because people that are terminally online, let's look at this. 69,000 comment karma, 4,600 and 465,000 post comment. Yeah, definitely not terminally online, guys. Sorry to say. Absolutely.
That's a lot.
I don't know what to say. Top 10% poster. Yep, that's it. He who shall not be named. I am Voldemort. I am. And leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone. Well, it doesn't matter if it's made by a multi-billion-dollar company or by one person. Things should stand on their own merit and be criticized based off of that. And if it's made by a big company, I'm going to expect a little bit more. And call me crazy, but if a big portion of your fan base can easily be the difference between your game being a massive success and your company dying, wouldn't it be wise to not piss off the portion of that portion of fan base? Yes, true. And how they just disregard the supermajority where they get the money from and ignore all the customers. Exactly. And, well, that's what's going to happen. So, once again, it's another person who, again, we have a massive mental health crisis in this country.
Literally. We need to get help for these people.
Huge, massive even. And,
1-800-CRISIS.
We used to have mental asylums, and we still do. And now people check themselves in. It's called social media. And here we are. And here he is, getting mad and crying. And so, yeah, there we go. And fighting reality must be an overwhelming task. I know. I'm sure this person's going to really have fun playing the game. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be good.
Fighting reality is an overwhelming task.
Truly not a coincidence. BioWare went to Exodus. Witcher went to Blood of the Dawnwalker. Assassin's Creed Shadows went to Expedition 33. I'm going to be real.
I don't even know what that means.
I am along for the ride. If people have a good game they're making, then I'm going to play it. If they don't, then that's too bad. Yeah, I'm not that worried about it, guys. That's okay with me.
None of these games are alike.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to make a bad game or whatever, I mean, this is the thing is that I have the system. So, basically, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to show a little bit of the secret, okay? This is the
secret info.
YouTube formula for games, okay?
This is it.
So, all right, let's see here. We have... Okay, I think this should be fine. Let me move this over here. You guys might not understand yet, but you will. Okay. Farm, game, hype, hate before release. Game comes out and is bad. And game comes out and is good. Okay? So, this is the system. This is how it works. And that's it. Yes, basically this is perfect. So there's literally nothing that can happen where it's not a good outcome for me. And that's it. And so he literally can't lose. That's right. And so I've been thinking about this for a long time, and it doesn't matter whether a game does well or it doesn't do well. I will play it and I'll make content out of it, and it doesn't matter. Where can I sign up for your MB Pro? What if it's boring? Oh, well, then I don't play it, but I'm not farming the game anyway, right? That's it. But that's the only negative one. Game is boring, or like nobody really cares that much about it. It's just a remaster for a game like nobody gives a shit about. Then yeah, that's definitely disappointing.
Yeah.
But usually that's not what happens. But yeah, tweet that Asmon, please. I can screenshot it and save. Let's see, where is it? And we have a bunch of other ridiculous fucking posts on here. Let's see here, the master plan. Okay. Perfect. You find out when the hype face falls? Yeah, exactly. Eggs, please? Why are you typing that? You typed it twice. That's enough. Stop it. You're annoying. I'm not a bird, man. I can't give you an egg. Shut up. You think I'm a chicken? Anyway, what the fuck is that Quinn one? Which one was that? I think he died in like a game or something like that. Yeah, it's probably what happened. Yeah, I forgot exactly like what caused this to happen or like what led up to this outcome. But yeah, this is probably sometime around Diablo 4, I would say. Something like that. But yeah, there you go. Fixed your game. And so it doesn't matter whether a game is successful or not to me. I don't care. So when I see this, all I think about is, wow, I'm going to get 6 videos instead of 3. That's it. So I don't worry about it at all. And I know some people are unhappy about the way that I handle content and the way that I do things. But there's a reason why people watch it. And people watch it because they like it and they agree. So if you don't want to get mad at me, don't get mad at me. Get mad at people for watching it. That's it. Did you see Linus Tech Tips being exposed? Nope. I'm not going to cover it. I'm sorry to say. I said it before, and I apologize because, like, I do try to keep out of drama where there's people that, you know, I've interacted with or, like, people that I know, etc. I'm not really going to get involved in it. Yeah, but he's had a number of, like, public dramas. Somebody on Twitter... I will say this about Linus, though. I think Linus should stop commenting on drama. I think he should just not respond to it. Unless it's something that's, like, legit slander or libel, just don't respond to it. You don't have to get your 2 cents out there. In my opinion, I think the Linus hate is, like, really kind of forced, where a lot of people, and I'm not making a judgment on every drama that's ever happened. I'm just saying that I think a lot of people hate him in a disproportionate way. I think it's kind of unfair. But
yeah, they do.
Not that criticism isn't unwarranted. Everybody is subject to criticism.
He's a good guy.
My point is that I don't think people you should respond to this stuff live. You don't have to.
People are just bullying him.
Just keep making your videos. You're massively successful.
I know.
Built an entire media empire. You know, you've already won the game.
Just fuck
you got a chance to retire out of CEO. Now you just get to make videos. Don't get yourself involved in drama and stuff that stresses you out. That's the way I see it, right? Comments are wild. I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her. They sell her hair as a separate DLC. The trailer's 2 hours ago. Ew, it's so old we need a remaster. I'm so glad that Concord's getting a sequel. I'm excited. This game is going to make a Concordillion dollars. From the same people, but not the same studio. Or sorry, the same studio, but not the same people. The main character looks like she belongs in Concord. The last game from us. Good one. Sony, you forgot to disable comments before the remaster. Looks like Concord wasn't enough for Sony. They're coming back for more. And from the studio that got rid of all the developers that made your favorite childhood games, we got Concord 2 before GTA 6. We got Concord Remaster, basically. Lev from The Last of Us 2 has grown up and went to space. Modern audience is going to have a field day with this one. Is the modern audience in the room with us now? Yep, there are a lot of these. It is kind of funny for me to see it, though. And what game is this? It's Intergalactic. It's a new game. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but I think let's look at his eyebrows. What's this? There's no way I'm actually doing this.
You are, dude. This isn't real. Jeez. I didn't notice that. You're going popping off.
Fuck.
Fuck.
That's crazy. Wow. Damn. I thought this shit was. I thought it was sped up or something. It was. I thought it was totally. I don't know why. Like, this is why I'm getting wrinkles on my fucking forehead. I keep doing this shit. Not gonna lie, I thought you did it on purpose. No, not really, actually. If you can believe it, I actually didn't. And it's just what happens. But I don't know if I do that on stream, though. Holy fuck. I really think this game is I think it's a great game. I really enjoy it a lot. My only criticism is the camera. That's it. Everything else about the game is great. fuck. Oh shit.
Oh, you beat the game?
What the hell? Jesus.
He done beat
bro,
the
I
game?
my ass beat. Bloodborne PC
hell?
emulation. Gentlemen,
This is it.
the time has come.
It's big, boy.
And the time has actually been here.
4080.
60 FPS. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. Damn.
Bloodborne is among the most cherished games of its generation, and today it's a surprise to find it's now very playable on PC via emulation.
60
at last,
FPS.
fixing several limits in the original
You guys see
PlayStation
that?
4 code. This is a big deal for a few reasons, because a decade on from its PS4 release,
30
Bloodborne
FPS.
is distinctive for having never received any form of remaster,
Yep.
port, or even a PS5 patch update.
Look at that
As a
piece of
result,
shit.
Oh,
in
no
playing the game
update.
on PS5 hardware via backcompat, we're very much locked to its original PS4 settings.
Yep.
We keep the same 30 frames per second cap, complete with uneven frame pacing, while image quality suffers in the upscale to 4K
looks awful.
displays by rendering at a native 1080p resolution with obvious aliasing in view. Truly, the game would benefit from even a minor update on modern systems.
I don't know why
even
they
to
won't do it.
tweak Its resolution
makes no
and
sense
frame
to me.
rate, but so far nothing is forthcoming.
I know, it's
Thanks
just a
to
money. It
recent
could be a money
advances
printer.
in PlayStation 4 emulation, though, via the Shad PS4 emulator on PC shown here, there's a promising DIY solution in the
This
frame
is on PC, gentlemen. Look at this right here. RTX 4080. 60
Today.
frames per second. Look at that, boys. You see that?
As you can see, Shad PS4's latest builds have gone from strength to strength, and as of version
They got a
0.51,
vagina for a
the game is
mouth,
almost
though.
entirely playable, crash-free.
Looks
start
so
to
much
end.
fucking better.
Also, at last, 60 frames per second is now viable.
Oh my
while
God,
this
that looks
emulation
better.
approach
Damn.
also opens the gates to other enhancements via
Let's
reshade
fucking
mods,
go,
texture
boy.
boosts, improved lighting,
Look at
and
that.
much
PC
more.
Master
Look at
Race.
the difference there. That is
How
insane.
can you even say they're
Holy
even
fucking
compatible?
shit, that's way better. Wow.
More. In particular, the Bloodborne Remaster Project
Mm-hmm.
mod by author from SoftServe
Sony deserves this. Because you had like 8 years to make a remaster of this game.
adds a great many enhancements, all in
8
one tiny
years.
package. So then, just how is Bloodborne's emulation shaping up today as a means to
Look
hit
at
60 FPS? Some rough edges are a given, seeing that it's still work in
Look at the
progress,
quality.
but what's the outlook so far? And, as a bonus, how far-reaching are the visual enhancements?
Look at that. That's so much fucking better. It's not even close.
Let's find out.
And also, the visuals will keep getting better. The same as like there's Skyrim texture mods and like texture packs and
Before
shit
we
like
get
that.
into it, let's take a quick look at the setup. Shad PS4 version 0.51 is in use here via a custom branch from developer
World War? Yeah.
Raphael the Great and put together by Diego Lix29.
Somebody says there's no difference in chat. Please contact. It's Sunday today, right? So you wouldn't be able to, but you probably should contact your doctor's office tomorrow to schedule an appointment. Yeah, you need to talk to your doctor.
I experimented with multiple different builds to find one that ran in a stable fashion, and ultimately, this one works best for my R7 5700X machine paired with an
I might
RTX
try this.
4080. The only tweak
If
I'd
these
regard
guys don't
as
get the
crucial
video
is
taken
this
down, I'm
mod,
gonna do it.
The Vertex Explosion Fix. Installing this sadly disables customization to your character's face in the creation tool
Ooh.
at the start, which is, right now, a cause for visual bugs without the mod in
Perfect.
place. Otherwise, you'll often see these
Yeah.
huge bursts of geometry spilling from your character's face without this fix.
That's how every Redditor imagines their mind.
Beyond that, though, everything you might need is
Look at that.
included in the emulator
is
itself.
incredible.
The essential bit being
This
this
is
patch
amazing.
menu, which allows 60 FPS gameplay to be
Look at
toggled
that.
on, plus 60 FPS cloth physics, and even res boosts at increments going up to 4K.
Jesus.
It also gives us a means to remove chromatic aberration post-processing, which was fairly heavy-handed on the PS4 release, and perhaps not to everyone's taste. For the purposes
60
of testing,
FPS,
then, I
twice
removed
as much
that
as 30.
effect and settled for 1152p for a small resolution boost.
The fact is that 60 FPS is playable, 30 FPS is not playable. Like, really, I mean, like, 60 FPS is like, okay, this is fine. 30 is not fine.
60 FPS in place. Let's hit the nail on the head to start with frame rate testing. Achieving 60 FPS is a dream come true for Bloodborne
That's
fans,
right.
and I'm glad to say that emulation is making serious headway in
This is
turning that
crazy.
into reality. The 30 FPS cap with uneven frame pacing is a famous
You gotta
or
think,
even infamous bug.
This
there.
isn't just 60 FPS. This is upscaled full 4K and
its native
60
PS4
frames
release.
a
And
second.
if an
That's
official
big.
remaster were ever to appear, 60 FPS is easily top of the feature wish list.
Well, I
In
mean,
practice, then the Shad PS4
no, 144 FPS or 250 FPS is at the top of the feature list. Let's stop being dick eaters, okay? Like, it's 2025 now. 60 FPS, it's workable, it's fine, but it's not good.
emulator goes to great lengths in keeping 60 locked down, especially on this latest build. The key
144
stress point
minimum.
is this central
Minimum.
Yharnam town square with multiple enemies.
Look at this.
And for great portions of play here, it does hit the mark. Between my system's RTX 4080 and R7 5700X, it's more often the latter part, the CPU, that's the bottleneck it seems. The result being these sporadic lurches down to the mid-40s. These drops tend to kick in during rapid world traversal or on first striking an enemy, though often restores to 60 FPS a few seconds later.
Well, that's going to
Tellingly,
change.
The Riva Tuner overlay shows a single CPU core is often being overloaded at these moments,
Yep.
spiking to 100%. Dropping the resolution to 1080p or lower.
Well, that can
doesn't
easily
improve
be
this, and I've also tried multiple builds
fixed.
of Shad PS4 and mods as well to improve it.
All you
Still,
gotta do
the
is
game
This is the thing is
change the
that, yeah,
CPU
there's going to be a little bit
usage.
of hiccups here and there, but overall this is super high quality. That's optimization. Like, I told you guys this shit was going to work before the end of the year, and like now we're 1 month into the next year, and so like we're already talking about optimization.
yeah,
It's a work in
this is
progress.
happening.
Exactly.
certainly playable a bulk of
Big
the time
win.
at 60 FPS now, and things can only get better with this as a base. It's a huge improvement also over the previous 0.50 build of Shad PS4 in terms of overall performance and avoiding crashes.
It would be crazy if I went and I played this again. Like, I go back, I play this on the PC. Maybe wait for like one more
Rapid rate of
optimization patch.
improvement between Shad PS4 builds inspires some confidence. For perspective, here's how the game ran just one patch increment ago on my system on
Yep.
Shad PS4 version 0.5.
52.
As we enter Central Yharnam, we dipped into the 50s
Ooh.
with a single CPU core being constantly maxed
Ooh.
out. The frequency of visual bugs and crashes was much higher on
Yep.
0.5 as well, and thankfully, version 0.51 today fixes most of these issues. 60 FPS is much more of a constant
Look at that.
figure. We get
That's all
full sound.
optimization.
All visuals are intact as well from the PS4 version.
Yep.
And the boost to 1152p is a nice bonus, helping to quell the aliasing. Interestingly, there's options, of course.
I
to
really have to say that, like, looking at this right now, it looks so much better. It's shocking how much better this looks.
push to even higher resolutions. 1440p is the next rung up the ladder, and while the image quality upgrade stands out
Man.
immediately, it does sadly crash after a few
Yeah, I
minutes.
mean,
on my
even look at that right there. Like, this actually looks like a remaster of the game. I mean, I'm sure if they did remaster it, it would probably be a little bit more high definition than this. But man,
system, bumping that to an even more ambitious 1800p.
no complaints.
using
It's
the
just going to
patch
keep getting
menu,
better. That's
we
right.
get an even more pristine, beautifully crisp image.
Mm-hmm.
This takes a predictably greater toll on my system, however, putting us right in the mid-40s during play, and again, eventually leads to a crash in my experience.
Yeah, it's
Your
probably what's
mileage
gonna
may
happen.
vary, of course, but the general recommendation from my view is PS4's native 1080p will get the best results,
Yeah,
while
of
at
course.
a push, 1152p works well too.
Man, I can't believe that Sony dropped the ball
Much
on
of
this.
is still work in progress, of course.
Like,
and
everybody
results
would have
will
bought
depend
this
on your
game.
chosen build and PC setup. In fact, in trying to troubleshoot some of my lingering frame rate dips, a member of the Digital Foundry Patreon, named iExplosiveRage, kindly reached out to offer some tips. Thanks and full credit goes their way for suggesting the Vertex
Sony
explosion
L?
fix,
Yeah.
and also the Shad PS4 build I ended up using. iExplosiveRage
They could have remastered Bloodborne and made the money back that they lost from Concord.
sent footage of the game running even more optimally using an Intel 12600K CPU, an RTX 4080, and 32GB of RAM. Targeting 60 FPS on this system, looking at the ReviTuner stats at the top left, we're easily hitting the top line in this case.
This is
Through
nuts.
all of the opening central Yharnam areas, each boss, it all flows with only the occasional blip. All of
Man.
which is to say, it is very much feasible to get that lock with just the right setup and correct build. Impressively, in running the game unlocked to 120 frames per second, we're even seeing that figure rise to 90 FPS or so in certain moments. It's impressive
That's right. That's right.
to see it all
Yep.
flowing so smoothly, even if some trial and error is needed to get there.
Ooh. Ooh, look at that.
Next up, the mods and visual upgrades give us a way to further
Yeah, the
enhance
visuals look so
experience.
much better.
For a true remastered take on Bloodborne, we'd expect more than just the bare bones res and frame rate boost, of course. Taking the mod route then, there are several great optional upgrades offered on Nexus Mods, and chief among them is the Bloodborne Remaster project by FromSoftServe. Now, on version 0.83,
I don't know what this is.
this adds everything from dynamic shadow casting across
Jesus.
the game, improved textures in spots, better shadow and texture LODs, plus improved temporal anti-aliasing, replacing the game's
You know what? Maybe I'll play this. Because I don't know if Sony is going to try to shut this down or not. Like, my worry is that, I mean, Sony isn't Nintendo, right? So if Sony isn't Nintendo, and if these videos about the remasters aren't getting shut down, and I owned the game, so it's not like I'm pirating the game, I don't think they would shut me down. They 100% will? I don't think so.
XAA. In later areas, there's even occasional uses of parallax occlusion maps, not enabled
They haven't taken
in the
anyone
official
out
game.
yet? No.
Added to this, the same author offers a reshade profile, allowing for a simulated ray-traced GI and improved ambient occlusion. These may not be to everyone's tastes, admittedly, and many of these reshade tweaks can be toggled on the left side overlay as you play. But just to show an example of what's possible,
Yeah.
I've used this reshade profile exactly as presented.
This looks really clean. I'm gonna be real, like, this looks really good. Yeah,
by the author.
this is the way it should have been. Sony should have done this.
The result then, in comparison with the base PS4 version, is often impressive. In my view, standing out above all else is the additional light points and shadow casting added with the Remaster Project mod. In walking directly through central Yharnam streets, we now get more environmental shadow via the mod, cast from buildings and objects occluding the sun or moon. It adds a more detailed shadow to the roads, and likewise we have extra light points, casting shadows from our character in other areas.
That's nuts.
Anti-aliasing is improved too, and while this isn't 100% noise-free, the
Look
mod
how much better this is. Like, look at how the lines are compared to in the remaster.
does help minimize the distracting flicker on grates and grills during motion. Plus, to round out, the
it's not
reshade
even the same
profile's
universe.
addition of improved ambient occlusion also visibly adds more thorough
So
shading
much
around
nicer.
interiors.
Yeah.
The only downside to all of this, especially in using reshade,
Alright,
is
I'm
that
gonna have to
inevitably we
reset.
incur a frame rate penalty, and in my
Yeah, of
case,
course.
drops under 60 are much more regular. In this case, the 30 FPS option is a good safety net for a more consistent frame time, and in my experience, runs with only minimal frame pacing issues.
Yeah, that still looks.
Damn, that's badass. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit a BRB. I'm gonna reset. I'll catch you guys in like, hopefully I can reconnect. But if not, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be back up and running. Give me like 1 minute.